Yeah, it only took me like I only spent like 5 or 6 hours on it. So
Oh my God. No
no,
one should ever spend that much time on me.
right, okay. So I mean that's partially a joke,
Mm.
uh, but I did spend quite a bit of time on it. So hello. Sorry, let me just get my video and everything.
No worries.
Very good. Sorry.
Oh my God, I remember you.
You too from the Toronto show, right?
Of course. How are you?
I am good. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Toronto show was so good. I remember you roasting me, which was super fun. We held hands.
We held hands. We
I
did.
obviously, but I mean,
We're connected forever.
connected forever. Win is a win. So,
What do you want to talk about for 10 minutes?
you know what? So, have you seen the video where it was a long time ago, but there's this guy on chat roulette and he basically serenaded this like random girl on chat roulette. Like he wrote an original love song for her.
Uh-huh. No, I don't know this.
No, oh, it was like it went viral like probably over a decade ago now.
Ooh.
But yeah, so I saw that video, or I mean, I re-saw that video, and
Mhm.
it inspired me
Uh-oh.
to like recreate it. If not recreate it, but like I don't know,
Do
I
your own spin on it?
put my own spin on it. Yeah, so I basically all of this morning, I just arranged like a musical medley type thing for you if you want to hear it.
I would love to.
Cool.
I'd be honored.
Yeah, awesome. Sweet. Yeah, it only took me like I only spent like 5 or 6 hours on it, so
Oh my God. No
no,
one should ever spend that much time on me.
right, okay. So I mean that's partially a joke, but I did spend quite a bit of time on it. So yeah, so here it goes. I'm a little bit nervous, so if I make any mistakes,
Don't be nervous.
yeah.
What could possibly make you nervous about this situation?
I know, right? It's super casual. Yeah, I mean only
Casual.
judged by the entire internet for the rest of history, but
Whatever. Who
whatever,
cares?
all good. All right, cool. So, reply, guy roulette, me be your man. I know right now I'm just a fan, but I can shower you with affection. I know we're many miles apart, but Steph, this could be the start of our internet love connection. You in your room, and I can tell that you are the most beautiful girl in the room, in the whole wide room. Stephanie D'Agostini. Sometimes you're kind of a meanie, especially to a weenie like me. Stephanie D'Agostini. I love you more than linguine and fettuccine. Yeah, that was it.
Oh,
Yep. Oh, let me just set that down there.
that
Yeah,
was incredible.
thank you. I hope so. Yeah, I was I don't know, I was a little nervous, so I'm not sure how that went, but
I think it went incredibly. I've had one other person play me an instrument on this show.
oh, cool.
It was a man in India.
Nice. Nice.
But he sang me a song in Hindi, so I actually didn't understand anything he was saying.
For sure. Okay, so that I think yeah, having it in English and also it was an original or part of that was an original love song, obviously. So I feel
Right. You get points for sure.
amazing. Cool. I'm glad you
Is that the first time you've written a song for someone?
no, but it's the second though. I mean, I wrote one for my best friend, or one of my best friends, I guess. Yeah.
But you've never like written a romantic ballad for someone.
I've never written a romantic ballad for someone. I've definitely covered like songs for them or like serenaded them like using other people's songs, but they never really panned out ideally as I hoped, but that's all good.
So weird.
Yeah.
What do you think's the most romantic song ever written?
Ooh, good question. Probably the one I just wrote for you, maybe. Yeah, probably no.
Right.
Like yeah, like they like Close to You by the Carpenters is one that I love. There's a lot of classic ones from like the 50s and 60s, like Something by the Beatles is great.
Yeah.
Uh, like I'm blanking now, but there's so many. Yeah, Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot. It's pretty.
Yeah. What about that song? It's like, I feel so close to you.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would walk down the aisle to that
of course. Great choice.
for sure.
Yeah.
So what's with the Care Bear shirt?
So this is a recent, fairly recent, I guess, fashion choice. I've always been like I've always played it a bit more safe, like, just try to fit in and everything. But I think recently, within the last year or so, I've been kind of trying to be a bit more authentic to myself and like how I choose to express myself. And it's been pretty like the reception has been pretty good, I think, for the most part. Like there's obviously been ups and downs, but yeah, like people seem to like I feel like when you present yourself authentically, whatever that looks like, I think people tend to, respond well to it.
What do you think the Care Bear shirt says about you?
That I care a lot and that I am, I mean, a lot of people, probably shows that I'm queer, probably, or I guess that they assume you could be straight and wearing it too.
You can't.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Yeah.
If you were straight and wore that, you would have to be taken out back and shot in the head. That is a queer shirt.
Amazing.
Happy Pride, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How are you celebrating?
I'm not really celebrating too much because, like, I mean, I spend time with my queer friends and stuff and doing some dating and stuff, but
What's your dating life like?
messy, I would say. Or I was in or actually, well, okay, so here's the thing. Like, I remember you telling me at your show in Toronto that you were in an open long distance relationship, right?
Yeah,
Well, okay, first of all, like, let me know if you ever want to get into another one because
sure.
but no, like I've also done some open type stuff, long distance type stuff, and that's been going how you would expect.
Horrible.
It's good and it's bad. I think I like the freedom of having, and also like the like not having restrictions on
Yeah.
things or pressure, but like the pressure to commit and like certain things like that. But yeah, it definitely gets messy sometimes.
What's a time that it got messy?
Like one party is always going to develop feelings at some point. So it kind of gets messy because even though it's open, there's like if it's not like if two people aren't on the exact same page, then yeah, it kind of it messes up the relationship a little bit or makes it a little bit weird. But
So do you think an open relationship can ever truly work?
I believe so. I do. Yeah, I genuinely believe so. I think if everyone's on the same page, then yes, I think it'll.
What about Polly?
Poly, I think it definitely works, but it has to everyone involved has to definitely be like authentically kind of representing themselves and like genuinely there for you know for what they like their intentions have to be true. They can't get into it just because like to appease their partner or
Yeah, I feel like poly people just don't have enough hobbies. Because, like, when are you having the time to date five people?
oh, that's so fair. Yeah, I mean, especially in this economy. Oh my gosh,
That's
doing
not, yeah, like, how are you affording to do all that? Are they split? They're splitting, obviously, every time.
I think so. I can't imagine how else they would be able to.
But do you think that you can really, like, spread your love to that many people, or do you think it's, like, a little bit bullshit?
I mean, well, like sharing is caring, obviously, but like,
There.
yeah, exactly. No, but I. So here's the thing that I actually think about poly and I guess open relationships in general is that I think you can have valuable and loving relationships with different people, and there's like nuance in each of those relationships and connections. So like for example, like I might have if I have like multiple relationships, every relationship kind of is different, even though and they're all loving, and none of them are like better or worse. They're
Mhm.
just different, dependent on that specific relationship.
Right. But do you feel like if you really are in love with someone, you're always going to feel hurt that there's like other people giving them something you can't? Like does that like maybe take away from the idea of like working on something with somebody. Like nobody can be everything for you, but somebody can like work to fill in your gaps in as best of a way as they can.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's like it definitely comes to your personality and your intentions, I think it definitely it can work, but it's only for a select, handful of people, I would say.
Right? It's only for people who have Care Bear sweatshirts.
I guess so, yeah. I mean,
That's the only way.
that's the only way. Yeah, I gotta hopefully start a trend or something, yeah.
I think so. Okay, we have 1 minute left. What is there anything you want to say or go over in a speed round?
Yeah, I guess I would I guess what's your perception of I guess reply guys in general? Because I think it seems like it's a positive reception. I know there's a negative connotation associated with reply guys, but
Yeah.
trying to change that. I mean, well, some of it's warranted, but like I think sometimes it's
Yeah. I kind of I don't really take anything seriously in life. I have a very kind of absurdist approach to everything. And so like when people get mad about reply guys or they're like, "Oh, this guy replies to everything," or this guy says mean things. I'm like, what are you really mad about? Like, this
right.
guy, like, obviously it's different if somebody is like threatening you or is like
Oh yeah,
violent,
definitely.
whatever. But
Yeah.
like, these are like people who are just kind of harmlessly commenting on things. Oftentimes they have autism. Oftentimes they have nothing going on and they're developing parasocial relationships. And it's like the more we villainize them, like it doesn't like help the issue.
Exactly.
But like when you get on a call, like I have this one guy who replies to every single thing I post, and we got on a call, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm deeply autistic, and I also didn't know you saw everything that I replied to." And I was like, "No, I see everything you say." And he was like, "Oh, I guess I'll think more about it now that I post it." And I've also had experiences where like people have commented mean things on my videos, and I'll reply back, being kind of funny, and they'll be like, "Oh my God, I'm actually sorry. I'm just realizing now that what I said was mean and I shouldn't have said that." And I'm like, all good. Like I do think I'm like rehabilitating these people to
Hard.
develop more, I don't know, functional
Yeah,
relationships.
absolutely doing the Lord's work because I feel like you can either radicalize them in like a negative way where they get
Yeah.
both the farther, like in the dark path, or you can radicalize them in a good way to make them like closer to like normal citizens of society. Like I used to be a reply guy before I got like reformed, I
Got
guess.
better.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
what got you what fixed you?
um, I ended up dating someone that I like was a reply guy to, and it just yeah, like I'm probably like the only person that's ever done that in the whole history of the.
You pulled it off.
I pulled it off, yeah, and that basically it like changed the game for me.
Were they also like a reply guy of some kind?
No, and they were basically like a typical. They were like a typical like hot girl, whatever. But then like they were like very kind and like and also the way I did it was like I wasn't inappropriate or anything, and I wasn't excessive, but I was definitely like exhibiting reply guy behaviors. But after that relationship, like kind of changed the game for me, and now my dating life is a lot better. Like my friendships are a lot better. Like she really changed the game. So
Wow. I mean, listen, a reply guy at the end of the day is just a guy, and we're all just fucking trying to survive the loneliness epidemic and trying to fucking make ends meet in this capitalist hellhole.
mm,
So, a reply guy is not so different than me and you. I mean, you literally were
it
one. So,
was so. Yeah, exactly. No, we're all just humans. We're all just doing our thing here. So
so if you could say anything to the reply guys out there, what would you say?
I would say like, well, first of all, be like moderate your kind of replies and stuff, but also there is hope if you are just normal about it, I guess, because I guess I'm like living proof or whatever. But you have to be very, but also like don't be entitled to anything or expect anything. But yeah, but if you're genuinely, going in with the right intentions and you're funny with it or nice or whatever, then yeah, of
You could end up dating Sydney Sweeney.
course, yeah, why not?
Literally, why not?
Literally, yeah.
Well, that's a really hopeful note to end on. And it was nice seeing you again.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you. Let me know when you're in Toronto, and yeah, and I'll definitely come to the next show or whatever, or if I'm in
Of
New York.
course. Yeah, yeah, I will. Nice to see you. Have a good one.
You too. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.